Good evening. Good evening. How you doing? We're still on vacation. I remember I stopped right before an obvious, like, we're gonna have a lot of a cutscene moment. I think it was, we're about to have dinner. Oh, no, no, no. It was, I was gonna do my last ticket on the Ferris wheel. Which I assume will propel me. Maybe there'll be a bit before dinner as well, but still on vacation. Yeah, I haven't been able to stream lately just because I keep working in the evening. And like the way my job works, it's like a gig type thing. So if there's no work, like if I wake up and there's nothing to do, I have to just keep checking until there is. And then lately it's like there won't be anything until like 4 or 5 p.m. And then I just work, hopefully, all night. And then it's like, well, it's time to go to bed now. And so I just I can't stream, and I can't like responsibly stream before that in the middle of the day, because at any point work will come out, and work is, you know, priority number one. I gotta make that money. But today, and actually, like, there was stuff right when I woke up, and I was able to just like put in a day. And I was able to put in enough this week. It's been a rough month, hours wise. I was able to put in enough this week to actually have like a weekend. So feels pretty good. So yeah, here we are. I'm gonna play this until my voice starts to bug me, and then I'm gonna switch to Rebirth, which came out on PC yesterday. So that's the plan. I don't remember who I was gonna bring with me on the Ferris wheel. Who should I invite? Who should I invite? Okay, so I took Kia and Wazzy to the fortune teller. I took Risha to the mirror hall. And I took Noelle to the haunted house. I think that's what I did. Oh, should I just take my boy Randy? He's been trying real hard. He probably struck out with any ladies. Although Wazzy would be a little more flirty, I bet. Let's go with Wazzy. Go with the potentially flirtatious Wazzy. So, Wazzy, have you ever ridden the Ferris wheel? It so happens I haven't. I have been to Michelin a few times as a host, but that usually entails finding a nice quiet place to have a drink. In that sense, the theme park itself has been a new experience for me. Oh, that's kind of surprising, actually. This is my first time on this ride, too. It's a little nerve-wracking, if I'm being honest. Not even one of the park's thrill rides, but my heart is pounding like it is. Don't worry about it. I'm sure there are some who would call the Ferris wheel a thrill ride. Like people who are afraid of heights, for example. Could you imagine getting right to the top only to hear a sharp metallic snap for your gondola sent hurtling down toward the cold hard ground? Don't say things like that. This is tough enough as is. Come on, what's wrong with a little excitement? Fine, suit yourself. Let's simply enjoy the ride for now. We're almost at the top. We've been getting higher and higher despite how slow this thing feels. It must be so that people can enjoy the view for as long as possible. When you think about it, we might be looking at what they call the suspension bridge effect. I've heard of that. It's when you mistake heart-pounding terror for feelings of love. I have not heard of this phenomenon. The ride is apparently popular with couples. That would explain why. Please, you didn't need smoke and mirrors to get my heart pounding. The sunset would have been enough. What better atmosphere for our love to finally blossom? I knew he was gonna be, like, more flirty about it. And Randy would be like, ha ha ha. Girls. Now hold on just a minute. I'm glad I saved my last ticket to see the sunset with you, don't get me wrong. That's where I draw the line, end of story. Oh, so cold, but I love it when you play hard to get, you know. Cut it out already. Teasing you is always divine. Oh, we're almost back at the bottom. So we are, let's go. What, it was still moving. I have to say, that was a pretty good time. Yeah, I'm glad I invited you. Be seeing you around. Later then. And so the day of fun was over. OTO. Constantly turning back. Ordinarily, I would expect something to happen at dinner, but because this is an intermission, I don't think anything's going to happen at dinner. It's just going to be what it is. Right. Got it. I'm sure everyone else will be fine with that, too. Sorry again that you couldn't come along, Chief. Understood. We'll make sure to get all the rest we need before we come back. Good to know everything's okay at the SSS building. Probably just overthinking things. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the SSS. I left you all a little something to remember me by. Enjoy yourselves. That hacker must have been the one who supplied the tower's data to the terrorists. At the same time, I didn't get the sense he belonged to either of the two terrorist cells. Yin also said the hacker likely isn't a member of Hayway or the Red Constellation either. But if that's the case, who could they be? Somehow I knew you'd still be in the room. Hey, Wazzy. I think I get the picture here. You called the chief because you were worried about how things are going at the SSS building, right? But how could you tell? We've been working together for over a month now. Give me some credit. You really are a natural-born leader, you know that? I'm just a little anxiety-prone. If I were that good a leader, I don't think I'd be dwelling on things like this. Maybe, if you ask me, no two leaders are the same. You may not be a complete idiot, and your intuition's better than most, but at your core, you're still as generic as they come. The way I see it, you're working with what the goddess gave you. There's no shame in that. You're terrible at pep talks, you know that? I know you mean well, but do you have to be so patronizing too? You're the one here who isn't ashamed of his candor, my friend. You're nowhere near as shrewd as Sal or that joker of an Imperial agent. It's a good thing, if you ask me. It's better to play to your strengths than try to be someone you're not. What, do you disagree? No, it's not that. I just never thought about it that way before. Thanks, Wazzy. This might be exactly what I needed to hear tonight. Glad to be of service. So shall we be off to the dinner party? Yeah, let's go. Now, okay. Is it always Wazzy here, or is it based on, like, your relationship with people? Do I have the highest with Wazzy now because I took him on the Ferris wheel? Ellie's at 4, Tina's 3.5, Randy is at 5. Noelle is at 7. Oh, I'm full with Wazzy. It might be because I'm like maxed. I have the highest with Wazzy, and so he's the one who comes in and gives me the pep talk. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the thing. I wonder how many hearts the fucking Ferris wheel gave. Well, I'm now gonna ignore him for the rest of the game. Oh, did she get the Switch? Is that the one that wanted the Switch? Alright, we're having dinner at the state guest house. I see, well, I hope you have fun. It's not unfair, I want to bring him room service tonight. Or get him some extra napkins or something. What a bizarre girl. You're doing this to her on purpose, aren't you? It's just Wander around, see if there's any stragglers. But the bar doesn't operate at night? It can't be that late. We're starting a dinner party. I've already done last call. Like, what the fuck? That would be the cushiest bar job. You're only open during the day. Oh, I don't think your business would survive. I'm gonna be real. By the way, where's Kia? Did she already go with someone? Yeah, she left with the girls. They're probably waiting for us at the guest house. Oh, okay, that's fine then. Why, is something up? Well, she looked a little on edge when she wandered off earlier. She seemed to be having fun at the park, though, so it's probably nothing to worry about. Fun is the light way to put it. Oh yeah, the big parade thing is happening. The nightly parade. Can I talk to him? I can. This is the only one with a name. And she looks more like designed than most other NPCs. Like she's very... There's something different about her. But she doesn't have a portrait or anything. The crisis are waiting. Still gonna wander around talking to everybody. It bothers me that my voice is already kind of bothering me. It's been like 10 minutes. Wait, what are you saying? Oh, Arkansas's upstairs. Yeah, well, not directly on top of you though. Sorry to say. I've been sticking to like an exercise regimen lately, and every once in a while I think about what I'm doing and how when I was a kid I would basically do what I'm doing now, but like for fun on a playground and like all day and not get tired. I'm like, man, the boundless energy that kids have. And like I vaguely, it's like such a distant memory now, but I vaguely remember having that energy and just being able to just run around for hours on end, jumping and climbing and doing all this crap. Now I do it for 5 minutes. I'm fucking exhausted. and then when I'm done, I'm like tired for the rest of the day, kind of. It's just like, ugh. I'm definitely not fit. No, I mean that's a problem. Just in general. Definitely need to be getting better shape. Although I am starting to feel like progress on that front. Like, I am stronger every time I do it. So I can do it like a little bit better with better form, or I don't have to take like mini breaks. And today specifically, like I pushed myself yesterday. Ah. Oh, we're gonna see the fireworks. Would you look at that? I hear they put on a spectacle like this every night at Michelin. Really now? Then in that case, I'm glad we got the opportunity to see it. Alright, we should head over to the guest house. After you. But yeah, yesterday I decided to push myself a little bit further and essentially just double the length of it. Because I have like a set of things I do, but it's like it's very short, and I'm supposed to do 2 or 3, but at first I was like, I'm just gonna do 1 because I'm fucking exhausted after the 1. And yesterday I was like, no, I'm doing 2. I don't care how hard it is. I don't care if my form sucks the second time. I don't care if I'm like fucking exhausted. I'm doing it. And I was pretty tired for the rest of the night, but all day today, I've had so much more energy than I usually do. So I should do it more. It's nice to just like not feel sluggish and tired all day, every day. Although the sad thing is I have to sit here for work, and then I sit here for my hobby, and I keep wanting to like get up and physically move around and do things, but there's nothing to do. Really, other than, I don't know, I could go for a walk. I mean, I'm not going to go for a walk now, but I could go for a walk. I'm not going to go for a jog because it's a little too icy. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to find like an active hobby. Something that gets me up and around. Well, here we are, Diamante. We still have some time until the dinner party. Want to have a look around? Sure, that could be fun. It's not often we get the chance to be in here, so we may as well. And it's decided. Let's take a little tour around the store. Wow, no wonder this place has a members-only policy. The prices are insanely high. So are we going to splurge? I'm sure Kia would love a ring from Daddy Dearest. Get real. We can't give something like that to a kid. By the way, sorry if this is a little rude to ask, but you were pretty well off before joining the SSS, right, Wazzy? You even had your own Enigma when we first met. Is that Trinity money, or does working at a host club really make that much? Not quite. Hosting is just a side gig that I do for fun. My actual salary isn't all that high. However, the job does come with several other sources of income, aside from Mira. You'd be surprised how many of Crossbell's wealthiest and loneliest ladies are willing to shower you with baubles and trinkets. Well, that's it. Not that I condone what you're doing, but that would definitely give you an extra bit of pocket change. Oh, don't get the wrong idea. It's not as though I'd turn around and sell their gifts to me for Mira. And as far as my old Enigma goes, I bought it from Ashley at 9 Volley. The payment came straight out of my own pocket. You did? Then where'd the Mira even come from in the first place? Trinity? Trade secret. The heck does that even mean? Oh, don't worry your pretty little self over it. I'd rather make you prettier by giving you this. What is this? Just a little something I came across in the showcase over there. I thought it was perfect for you, so I bought it. We're here, so why not? When did you even do that? Besides, this looks expensive. Is it really okay to give me this? Don't think so hard about it. It was just an impulse purchase. Your gratitude is far more valuable, so it practically pays for itself. Okay, that's laying it on a little thick. You insist, then okay. Thank you, Wazzy, I mean it. You're very welcome. You're rude to not get him something in return. Maybe I should find something here that he'd like. Wazzy's a real asset to the SSS. It can be my way of saying thanks for keeping us loose. Sure, keeping us loose, alright. That Goldie pendant looks like it'd be good on him. This is 10,000 Mira. Oof. A lot. Can I even afford it? Wait, I don't have that much Mira on me to begin with. I couldn't buy it even if I wanted to. Something on your mind? No, it's nothing. It's almost time to go, but we can keep looking around the store if you'd like. Gladly. Hold on. If I came in there with 10,000 Mira, would I have bought the thing for him? Because I can have 10,000 Mira. I can easily have 10,000 Mira. Easily. Oh, I don't like reload and save scum very often, but I really, really want to right now. I'm doing it. We have to restart from the beginning. That's okay. This can also actually, I can see record. Where am I at with Wazzy before the Ferris wheel? That gave us 2 full hearts at least. Now I want to test, like, if I go with, like... I'd have to go with Noelle to get it above Wazzy, and then see if it's like, this is like a bonding moment with your most bonded character. Or maybe if I'm not maxed out, I'm just alone. Okay, I don't do this often, but I want to know. So let's do this with Noelle and see what happens. And then I'll reload, and then I'll go with Wazzy, because Wazzy was my first choice. Yeah. Was she afraid of heights? So, Noelle, you've been quiet for a while now. I think she did mention she was afraid of heights. I forgot. Oh, sorry, I've never ridden a Ferris wheel alone with a guy before. Oh, she's just nervous. The only person I've been on this with is Fran. So that's what's up. Well, this is my first time riding at all. I could use your expertise on what to look out for. Sure, I'll do what I can. We're pretty high up, huh? Wow, I never get tired of seeing the view from here. Yeah, it's something else. Hey, Lloyd, are you sure I was the right person to bring along for this? What do you mean? Oh, she's blushing. Well, just look at how beautiful that sunset is. Would have thought you'd prefer to share it with one of the, you know, prettier girls in the group, like Ellie or Cecile. There's no reason to sell yourself short like that. I think I'm spending it with a girl that's plenty cute, Noelle. That's honestly a really good compliment. In my experience, the best compliments to give are the ones that you express it in like a matter-of-fact kind of way. Where you're not being like, oh, I like it, or I think you look like good like this. It especially comes up, like, I've given a compliment in this kind of context before, where someone is like, not necessarily about their looks, but it was like about their ability, where it's like they're expressing I remember they were expressing their disbelief that they could be good at a particular thing. And I said something like, well, of course, because you're really good at it. And like, they were like, kind of stunned and didn't know what they were like, oh my god. And I specifically remember they said, I don't know why, but when you give a compliment, it feels so much better than when other people give compliments. And it's because of the way you deliver a compliment. Because when you give it in such a matter-of-fact way, it's when there's no sense of flattery behind it, it's more genuine, and therefore, like, it lands with people a lot better. And it helps if you actually believe what you're saying, which I did. So, it's just... And so when he says, you know, you're plenty cute, what do you mean? Like, that is more effective as a compliment. Besides, this view is more than worth it. I'm glad I saved my last ticket for this. Sorry, was that uncalled for? No, it's fine. I'm flattered, really. Knowing him, you probably didn't mean anything special by that. Honestly, Lloyd, you're a lot more dangerous than you let on. She fell silent again. Maybe what I said really was a bit over the line. Oh, we're almost back at the bottom. You're right, we should get ready to go. It's still moving! Maybe it would stop if I, like, let the dialogue sit there. And they're not getting off of a moving Ferris wheel. Thank you for inviting me, I had a lot of fun. Pleasure was mine. I'll see you later. Alright, now to skip. Okay. It's whoever has the highest relationship. Which means, like, the special scene would be different with everybody. And maybe I only get a special scene with Wazzy because his meter is full. Ooh. Ooh. I guess I could have read that for lore, but I am gonna reset now. Just knowing that, and just knowing that that is a thing. That would make it weird in alternate playthroughs, or maybe it's just whoever, because it would save your, because I'm sure they do like a grade point shop, like in Tales games in this, and you can do subsequent playthroughs where it like saves your relationship progress. You can eventually have a file where you're maxed with everybody. How would it decide who you get there? Would it just be the last person you went on a ride with? Maybe? Either way, this was my first choice. We did the science. So this time, I'm gonna have 10,000 mirror on me before going into the jewelry shop. I don't know if there's any flake for talking to her, but I'm gonna talk to her. That little conversation. And then we had a scene up here. And then I was at the jewelry store, and I'm gonna have 10,000 mirror on me. Okay. Okay. It'd be rude not to get him something in return. Maybe I should find something here they'd like. That golden pendant looks like it'd be good on him. Price is 10,000 mirror. Oh, I do have the option. Let's do it. Hey, Wazzy, would you accept this pendant as a gift in return? You want to give me something too? Actually, it's not too shabby. Your fashion sense is acceptable. It's modest as far as presents go, but I suppose it meets my standards. Is this how you respond to all the other gifts you're given? I could always just not buy it, you know. Why? What do you take me for? You put all your love into picking this out for me. How could I ever reject something as heartfelt as that? Alright, you made your point. I'll go call the clerk. And it spends the money. Give me a... Was it gold charm? I thought it was just called gold necklace. It's probably this. Gift from Wazzy the Lloyd. Cool. I imagine each character would have it seen in a different spot as well. Or maybe it's always a jewelry store and then everyone gives you a piece of jewelry. Different. Oh, hello, Lloyd. Wolf. So this is where you were, Cecile, and you even have Zeit with you. You two are quite the odd couple. So what are you up to? Killing time before you go to the guest house? Oh, I'll be heading over shortly. Zeit escorted me here not too long ago. This place isn't as loud as the theme parks. I thought I'd cool off in the breeze a bit beforehand. Hey, Cecile, looks like you've got a lot on your mind. Is there something wrong? No, nothing wrong per se. But you're right about the first part. Maybe now would be a good time to talk about it. You see, they've selected the date for Shizuku's next operation. Dr. Sayland will be performing a procedure on her in an attempt to restore her vision. Shizuku's having surgery? She's had several in the past already, but none have succeeded in bringing her eyesight back. Her complications span the fields of surgery to internal medicine to neurology, and complete and total recovery will be hard to achieve. This time, however, Dr. Stanley will be trying a new technique that she's been researching for a while now. A new technique? Really now? The finer details are outside my area of expertise, to be honest. But apparently Dr. Salen's background in both surgical and neurological science makes her uniquely qualified to perform it. The margin for error is slim. The doctor wants everything to be perfect, so we recently had the latest equipment brought in from Remifaria. According to Dr. Salen, though, the odds of the procedure succeeding are still 50-50 at best. Wow, 50-50 odds even after all that? Not exactly the sort of thing you'd want to bet on. I know, but when I think about all the setbacks she's already endured, this is the best chance she's ever had. Pray this is the time it finally works. Right, not just for her sake, but for Arios's too. We'll keep Shizuku in our thoughts and prayers, Cecile. Thank you, Lloyd. I'm sure it'll bring her much comfort to hear that. There you are, Cecile. I've been looking all over for you. Assuming that's Ilya. Oh. Oh, Ilya, something the matter? Is something the matter? Oh, for crying out loud. You told me you'd be a little late ages ago. I was about to tear up the entire resort tracking you down. Sorry about that. We can head over there right now. I'll be seeing the both of you inside, and thank you for the chat. Talking things out helped clear my mind a bit. I know you all have more than enough worries to go around these days, but just remember, Shizuku and I are always cheering you on. So no matter what happens, keep these chins up for us, okay? Thanks, Cecile. We won't forget that. Now then, shall we be off, Ilya? Not so fast, Missy. Just what sort of scandalous conversations were you having with my favorite little guy and his pal, hmm? Come on now, let me in on it. Ironic, isn't it? Trying to cheer Cecile up only made her do the same to us, but better. Yeah, that about sums her up all right. Anyway, we should be on our way to the guest house, too. Wolf. Seeing us off, are you? Take it easy, Zeit. He always looks worried. Like, look at his face. Just like, that boy ain't right. I'd imagine being betrothed to somebody from a small age. What if you end up hating that person? I mean, that probably happened a lot. You just have to learn to get along. Especially among, like, the aristocracy or whatever, like... It was more a business transaction than a love thing. I mean, it's nice when you get both, but... Can't always be that way. Welcome to the State Guest House at Michelin Resort. The Masters Lloyd and Wazzy from the SSS, I presume. Yes, that's us. Wait, I remember you. You were the guy who was at the auction, weren't you? I'm terribly sorry about what happened that night. I never would have imagined my previous employer would turn out the way he was. Many of the old servants, myself included, were retained and entrusted with managing the State Guest House. It was by the kindness of Mayor Croyce that we were allowed to preserve our livelihoods. Really now? I'm glad to hear that. The dignitaries from the trade conference stayed here as well, didn't they? I'll bet you really earned your pay. My thanks to you both. You are simply too kind. There they are. Hey, Kia, did you miss me? Yep, I've been exploring with Sully to pass the time. They said the dinner party thingy is going to be starting soon, so hurry up and get to your seats. Got it. Show us the way, if you would. Of course, please come inside. The luxurious yet unpretentious dinner party could truly begin. That's possible, but it's really that's only possible with like the people. It's the people that make it unpretentious. Ultimately. Once again, I can't apologize enough for keeping you all waiting. After all, what kind of host shows up late to his own dinner party? It's okay, Mr. Mayor. Everybody understands how busy you are. We appreciate all that you have been doing. Yes, but just know that he's only as busy as he is by choice. Guilty as charged. Well, I'm usually too busy rehearsing and performing to keep up with politics, to be perfectly honest. That said, there was no avoiding the news of the drastic proposal you made. If we're all being honest, and I should admit that it was something I've been ruminating on since taking office. Frankly, I never intended to include it on the conference's agenda, but the discourse grew a tad heated, and I'd had all I could take. So I decided that was the time to grab the bull by the horns. And so you did. And now that the curtain has risen, you have to keep dancing until the end, isn't that right? Precisely. Speaking of the stage, it's my understanding that Arkansas will be holding a revival production of Golden Sun Silver Moon. It just so happens that the local referendum gauging the politics' interest in independence being held 1 week after its opening. Such was the reason I invited you and your troupe here, happy coincidence that it is. Huh, go figure. I appreciate that you did. This break has been a long time coming. Thank you again for inviting us. Thanks. After hearing all that, I feel a bit uncertain about my own place at this table. No, not at all, Ms. Noyes. You're this table's representative of the esteemed St. Ursula Hospital. I've heard quite a bit about you. I must say, your sterling reputation precedes you. Some even call you the second coming of St. Ursula herself. Believe me when I say it is an honor to meet you. Please, Mr. Mayor, I think you may be exaggerating just a tad. Thank you for your kind words. The honor is all mine. Oh, Father, you do realize you've sung the praises of nobody but the women here, don't you? How about sparing some of those kind words for Lloyd and the others as well? Oh, my apologies. To be fair, of the, how many? 2, 4... I'll go with just a guess. You were 6, 8, 12... Of the 14 guests, not counting Dieter and Maribel, there's only 3 men. Kinda hard to avoid complimenting women when almost everyone here is a woman. To be fair. My apologies. Being surrounded by so many beautiful young ladies would be enough to sweep any man my age off his feet. No problem, we're thankful you invited us. That's right, this little diversion was exactly what we needed. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. Today was the most fun I've had in a long time. Yeah, me too. Good, good. That was the hope. Forgive me for bringing this up again, but I wish to speak of the harrowing events that transpired at the conference. The terrorists were guilty of trying to destroy the tower, but I never wanted that day to end the way it did. I do not believe their sins, nor anyone else's for that matter, were grave enough to warrant taking their lives. I intend to work to ensure that such tragedies cannot happen again, as well as to show the people of this world that justice is still alive and well. Oh. Mayor Croix. Hearing you say that helps wash away some of the concerns weighing on my mind. I have a question regarding the state independence referendum. Will Crossbell truly become its own political entity if the public votes in favor of it? No, the referendum itself doesn't have the power to make an independence a reality. However, the results will serve as a concrete message to our neighbors abroad. Once votes are in, an international public opinion will begin to form. That will be our opportunity to snatch independence from the major powers. Or at least, that's how I imagine it. Ballsy play. You make it sound all too easy. The way I see it, you're leading Crossbell right into dire straits. Wazzy? No, it's exactly as he says. There's no question about the complex geopolitical challenge Crossbell's state independence will present. However, the hearts of mankind are not so frail as to be swept away by the waves of hardship. Even in the face of great adversity, man maintains his dignity and pursues his ideals. I believe the potential to do so is precisely what makes us human. Uncle, the potential to pursue one's ideals with dignity. Well said. So, yes, the path Crossbell must walk will in fact be fraught with peril. But that notwithstanding, my peers and I will struggle and strive in the coming weeks to open that path for us all. However, it will be the duty of the next generation to aim just as high and keep us on that path. Making eye contact. He's serious. I ask that all of you continue contributing to Crossbell's future in whatever manner you can. Okay, the dinner party was shorter than I would have thought. This special scene with my Izzy because I'm maxed out. But I bet. Although it's a little early for like a maxed out bonding event. That typically happens at the end of the game. Smells barriers. Same barriers that have stood before us all year. Maybe Mercrois is doing what he believes is necessary for Crossbell to surmount them. But what about us? When Revachade was toppled, one of those barriers crumbled alongside it, irrespective of our efforts. Now the hurdle we find in front of us is even greater than ever before. Is the SSS... am I actually doing enough to make a difference? And if not, am I really okay with that? This is going nowhere. I'm exhausted, yet I can't sleep a wink. Maybe I should go to the lounge and get some water. Probably can't go bugging people in their rooms. Oh. Evening, Risha. Oh, it's you, Lloyd. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I hope I didn't startle you. No, it wasn't your fault. I was just lost in thought is all. Well, is it okay if I join you? The moon is beautiful from here. It's because we're away from the lights of Crossbell City. Perhaps so. You know, Razzie told me the strangest thing this morning. Oh? He said that I'd wake up in the middle of the night and stumble into a chance encounter with a girl, just the two of us. Sounded like a bunch of hot wind to me then, but I hate to say he hit the nail on the head. I don't remember Wazzy saying this. It sounds like something the fortune teller would have said. You never cease to surprise me, Lloyd. I was just starting to wish I had someone here with me, and not 1 minute later, there you were. Simply having you here makes me feel so much more at ease. Say, I envy the rest of the SSS. You give me too much credit. I'll have a lot of areas I need to work on as a senior detective, and as a leader too. For one, I desperately need to grow up. Hey, Risha. I don't mean to offend you, but there's something I've been wanting to ask. Offend me? What could it be? I've been wondering this for a while now, but is it that your eyes look so forlorn whenever you smile? That is a deep and insightful question. Notice it since the day we met. During your short time at Crossbell, you've done so much. You were recruited by Ilia Platier herself, featured on one of the greatest stages of for Selge around. Risha Mao is now a household name in Crossbell. And yet, even then, when you smile, it doesn't feel like you're here in the moment. It feels like you're in the future, looking back at something you've lost. Why would you think that? Because I've seen it before. Someone close to me wore that exact smile for the longest time. Is it his brother? Did Guy have that smile? Maybe it was Cecile. But eventually, like her grief, it faded. Now she can smile as genuinely as she did before. But you, on the other hand, I don't think I've ever seen you smile any other way. Her grief came from trying to bear the sorrow of losing someone she loved forever. So what about you? Why smile that way even in the presence of someone like Ilia, someone you love and cherish? She's always been there for you, and she always will be. You really are full of surprises. I've always known you were sharp, but I didn't expect you to see right through me. Does that mean... Yes, everything you said is true. Maybe it's because I know I'll have to leave Crossbell before long. I thought that might be it. Let me guess, you can't tell me the reason, can you? That's right. Can't share the details, but I can tell you this. The path I am bound to walk is already set. It's been from the day I was born. Or it has been from the day I was born. The path? Think of it as inheriting a family business. I've been living my life for that sole purpose ever since I was little. It's the same path my ancestors have walked throughout history. But now, I no longer understand where that path is leading me, nor my reasons for taking it. I see. But if you really don't like it, then why not leave it? I'm afraid it isn't simply a matter of like or dislike. In accepting his birthright, my father eventually found meaning in it. A hidden, lightless path that can influence society and even change the course of history. Now it's mine. I inherited it from my father, and now it's my turn to find my own meaning in walking it. How it should be from this moment on. Now I vaguely remember that maybe like the story of Yin is extremely old, and I guess it's just passed down from family member to family member. You know, it's strange. Earlier I refused the wine that Ilya had offered. Sitting here, I feel as though the rays of the moon alone have me intoxicated. That's pretty poetic. Sorry, I didn't mean to pry into something so personal to you. No, it's alright. I've been keeping all of this bottled inside for me for so long. It was only a matter of time before it all brimmed over. Thank you for listening to my story, Lloyd. Not at all. I'm happy to lend you an ear. But I can't help wondering, Risha, are you... Lloyd? Okay, I think Lloyd knows that she's Yin at this point. Kia? Oh. Oh, and Rishi is here too. Were you guys in the middle of something? No, it's okay. We're just about finished. Yeah, it's fine. Are you having trouble sleeping? Yeah. I think I had a scary dream. Really now? Would it help if you slept in my bed? Can I? Yes, but just this once. Even though she sneaks in all the time. Sorry about that, Risha. We'll just have to pick this up again later. But don't worry about it. Talking to you, I think I can finally manage to get some sleep. So thank you. I'm glad to hear it. And if it isn't too much trouble, could you keep this talk between us? And away from Ilya, specifically? I want to tell her these things too, but not until the time is right. I understand. I don't know how much help I can be, but just know that you can call on me if you ever need anything. I'll do whatever I can. I appreciate it. I'll be sure to come to you for advice the next time I need it. Good night, Lloyd. You too, Kia. Good night, Rishia. Good night. Sleep tight. Did something happen to Rishia? She always looks a little sad, but it felt kind of different this time. So you can tell too. I don't have all the details, but she's clearly dealing with a lot. She's a friend, so I'm going to be there for her in any way I can. This is why all the girls like you so much, Lloyd. Hey now, no teasing, alright? Anyway, we have to get you back to bed, little lady. Do you need to go potty first? Lloyd, I can do that by myself. Is Lloyd having a nightmare now? Not even saying anything. Lying to me. Lloyd? Wake up, Lloyd. Ah! What? What time is it? About 2 a.m., I think. You look like you were having a nightmare. Are you okay? Oh, yeah, I guess I was having some kind of weird dream. Wait. Huh? Something wrong? Randy, sorry, did we wake you? Meh, don't sweat it. More importantly, where's Keto? You brought her back to sleep in your bed earlier, right? Oh, you two noticed? Yeah, that's right. She should be right here. Oh, as far as I can tell, the three of us are the only ones in the room. Well, guess we'd better go wrangle her in. Thanks, guys. Sorry about dragging you out of bed like this. Oh, everyone's awake now. So she's not on the second floor either. I'm terribly sorry. Given the circumstances, we weren't able to make a thorough search of every guest room. You've already done more than enough. It's the middle of the night after all. The heck is Short Stuff's problem wandering off who knows where half asleep? This is growing more and more concerning. Where could she have gone? Searching via the Aeon system has also yielded no results. I have no idea where she could be. My. Yeah, how'd we forget? We've got the Super Sniffer on our side. Wolf. What? Said follow me, she's this way. And what are we waiting for after him? Wolf. That way, but tread carefully. Wow, you really do pick up on what he's laying down. But what could be out there that we'd need to be careful about? There's no time to ponder it over. We need to move. Fran, Cecile, Ilya, Sally, Risha, do you mind staying here and waiting for us? But... No, I understand. We'd only slow you down if we tagged along. Alright, but if something happens, call us immediately, okay? I brought a first aid kit so I can at least treat any minor injuries. Thanks, that helps. Please be careful out there, everyone. Just contact me on your Enigma if there's an emergency. We're gonna have some kind of fight. That's for sure. I was not expecting any kind of, like, fight. Who do I want in the party? Let's switch Tio. Noelle. You have Aura Rain for your S-Break. Perfect. It's me. What is this presence I'm sensing? Risha? I'm fine, don't mind me. But if I can offer a word of advice, you should make sure you're fully prepared. Anything could happen. Be careful, all of you. Ominous? We'll just hang back over here. It'd only slow you down if we tried to tag along. Maybe that's for the best. The way Zeit's acting, I've got a bad feeling about what's going on out there. All the more reason for you to find that Missy on the double, little guy. But we will. We will. Ask for treatment. Remember to call us right away if you have an emergency. I also have a first aid kit here with me, so I can treat minor cuts and scrapes if necessary. Try to make sure things don't get any more serious than that, though, okay, everyone? There were enemies on the mini-map in the Hall of Mirrors. There's gonna be fucking enemies. Just so you know, Short Stuff's just as hyperactive when she's asleep. All that tossing and turning. Man, where the heck did she go? How would Kia wander into the theme park by herself at this hour? It's a mystery. Just make sure to call me if something happens, okay? I might be able to request backup from headquarters if things get dicey. Something has Zeit on high alert. That alone tells me that we need to proceed with caution. I have to test my boundaries. Look at that! What happened to the banners? What is FWL? I'm not liking the looks of this. When did this even happen? Doubt it's one of the park's nighttime attractions. Definitely not. Never have I heard of anything like this. Besides, there's no way they would even ever vandalize Mishi's good image like this. True enough. Wait, look there. Fool's Wonderland. They even went and goofed around with the name. I feel like I'm still dreaming or something. I don't know what kind of dreams you have, but I'd call this a nightmare. Kia is somewhere up ahead. That's all that matters to me. We're going in no matter what. Let's get to stepping. Someone around here has a pretty tacky sense of taste. I don't know what's going on, but they sure didn't hold any elbow grease back. I say, this hedge was a lot less creepy with Mishi's face on it. How dare they soil these sacred grounds? That clown could never replace Mishi. Settle down, Tio. Forget that. What's important is where Kia ran off to. Something's coming. Watch your 2 and 10. What? What are they? They don't look like special effects from the horror coaster, that's for sure. Whatever they are, they're hostile. Stop them. Here they come. That's just mean. 0? They immune to physical? You can absorb incoming arts and confuse enemies. Super weak to earth. Oh, that sucks. They still took 0. I need to use her. That's crap. Getting kind of fucked. Oh, they're different. So this one's probably can be physically hurt, and this one is immune. Hold on. Lulls foes to sleep and absorbs physical attacks. Weak to earth. But like, okay, the other one absorbs magic? I can stat them down at least. That's something. Let's, I want to encourage Randy as well. Well, allies? Normal weapons have little effect against it. Oh, I should have brought Tio. At least it can be delayed. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. The main one can't be delayed. I'll just attack. They're really fast as well. This is with Randy. Oh, if I can... Okay, I'll wait until I can hit all 3. She has breath, which will help a lot. Fucking alpha wave in the back though is not helping. I'm annoyed the other one didn't move. This one's gonna hit all of them though. Okay, that took care of the little ones at least. That's helpful. It's very helpful. Okay, she can start working on this one. I have a stone spike. Hopefully it does a lot. Stop calling allies. There's plenty. Can't reach. Okay, that one's gonna die soon enough. Ellie can keep working on this fucking alpha wave. I'll wait till they do more ads again. Which, I mean, maybe they won't. I don't know. Maybe I just do this anyway. Wish I could holy bullet with a crit. That'd be so nice. I think Noelle is gonna. Which one is going next? That one's going next. I feel like Noelle's gonna die if I don't heal immediately. So. Alpha wave goes through. Okay. I think they're done summoning ads, I think. Do I have, like, a... Arts up? Hell yes. That's what we need right now. Don't have Fortuna. You have Quake, though. You have Fortuna. Good thing we all have Earth Magic. Ooh, that was a lot of XP. I think Tio got 2 levels. This was Ellie, right? No. EP got 2 and EP2. Can't complain about that. The hell was that about? Couldn't tell you, but they were very formidable. How long are you gonna keep hiding? Show yourself already. What? Campanella. Did you notice me, or was that just your intuition? What the? A boy? Couldn't feel his presence at all. Bastard, who are you? Where are your manners? We've already crossed paths once before. I would hope you haven't forgotten me. Ladies and gentlemen of the Special Support Section. It can't be. He's... the hacker who trapped all of you in Jonah's room at the B sector. Well, as the person who supplied the terrorists with data on Orca's tower. The first time we encountered each other was in front of the doll studio, right? Ah, bingo. I am Enforcer number 0, Campanella the Fool. Pleasure to finally meet you. It's from the secret society that threw Liberal into chaos. Figured something was up when you mentioned seeing them at the studio. Make matters worse, he's been colluding with the terrorists. Those unlucky terrorists met with quite a terrible fate, didn't they? They didn't fly into town thinking they'd catch the Eye of Hayway in the right constellation, that's for sure. But the Calvardians got off easy. Oh, those poor, poor boys from the Empire. Such a shame. How can you just mock them like that? You were on the same team, weren't you? They were your comrades. They were pawns, more like. Completely and utterly disposable. I figured they would be interesting enough to shake things up, so I gave them a hand. I couldn't care less about their goals or ideologies. Ugh. Well, aren't you a piece of work? He resembles you, Wazzy, but with a trashy suit and 0 tact. Ouch. Enough beating around the bush. Why have you come to Crossbell? What are you even trying to achieve? And more importantly, what have you done with Kia? Tell us or we'll force it out of you. Ooh, I like you. You're just full of vigor, aren't you? There's no need to raise your voice, though. I haven't touched one hair on your pretty little princess's head. All I know is that she walked straight through here in a dazed stupor just a while ago. What? Stop playing dumb, you little freak. But I'm not. It's the truth. You can believe whatever you want. The fact of the matter is, I only came by this evening for one reason. To greet you. Huh? What's happening? It's back to normal. Isn't that a little too grand to be a simple parlor trick? Was it some kind of illusion? If you'll excuse me. I hope we meet again soon. Oh, and just so you know, your little princess was on her way to the castle up ahead. I'd suggest you make your way over before she walks herself into a horrible accident. See you next time. Give me a break. Is that what Ouroboros is like? We heard a lot about them from Estelle, Joshua, and Ren. On top of that information, we can safely say that they are more than proficient at hacking. What, like we don't have enough maniacs in Crossbell to worry about? Just don't understand why. Why Crossbell over anywhere else? Regardless of what their gambit here is, need to set it aside for now. Searching for Kia seems like a more pressing matter, wouldn't you say? Right, he said she's up at the castle ahead. Let's go. Will it let me go to the other places? Probably not. I didn't think so. You have to try though, just in case there's like... Psych, there's a chest here now. There she is. We made it in time. You do be glowing though. Why? Why do I... Kia? Are you alright, Kia? Thank goodness, you're not hurt, are you? Huh? What's up, guys? Is something wrong? Ugh. Don't you what up, guys, me? What are you doing here, Kia? Why did you wander out of bed by yourself? Are we at the castle in the park? What am I doing here? Well, that's just dandy. She doesn't recall a single thing that's happened. Do you think she was sleepwalking? I don't know. I mean, yeah, people do that, but all the way across an entire theme park? Do you really not remember, Keto? I actually think I have evidence that I may have sleptwalked once or twice in my life. I've never been told I sleepwalk. And I only have evidence, I have big evidence, like, for one time. But no one ever said when I was growing up, no one ever said I sleptwalked. Possible I have them. Do you really not remember Keto? And I had no memory of it. I just know I woke up in the morning and I started going to the bathroom. I opened my bedroom door and I had a fold-out chair that was like knocked over directly in front of the doorway. And at no point would I ever leave a chair knocked over in front of my doorway like that. Like, and like I lived alone. I was like, that's fucking weird. Like really weird. So I don't know. I remember hearing a voice in my dream that was calling out to me. Or maybe it was like I was calling out to it. Huh. Well, if it really was just a dream, there's no harm done. We're just glad that you're safe. Yeah, you said it. Come on, let's return to the hotel. We've got to get you back to bed, okay, Kia? Okay. What about the monsters? I assumed I was gonna have to climb the castle. What about the monsters I saw on the minimap? The SSS paid another visit to the scene. Oh, but failed to find anything. He kept looking till dawn. Why are there monsters in the fucking hall, though? What if it becomes like a secret doorway to like a post-game dungeon? That'd be nuts. You look like you're in a good mood, Kia. I know this trip was more hectic than we bargained for, but did you have fun? Yeah, of course. We should go on vacations with everyone like this all the time. Maybe for our next one, we can stay at our Moroka village. Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Expecting her to be more shaken up after that big scare last night. Seeing her now, it's like it never happened. Guess my worries were misplaced. Should I be focusing on instead is the society? Whatever it is they're plotting. Lloyd, is something wrong? No, it's nothing. Actually, Kia, you didn't happen to see anything suspicious last night, did you? Like, say, a young man wearing a pink suit? No, I don't think so. But I was super sleepy, so I'm not really sure. Right, well, it's not that big a deal. Forget I said anything. So this is where you two have been. Hi, Belle. Hey, Maribel. Thank you again for inviting us. Not at all. You earned the break, didn't you? And even then, you still had to work during this trip thanks to that so-called society. Gaggle of clowns, the lot of them. One of them had the gall to lay their hands on my darling little dolls, too. The nerve of some people. The security department had best prepare themselves for a thorough restructuring in the near future. Best of luck to them. I hate to break it to you, Maribel, but I doubt regular security guards can handle someone like that anyway. But hopefully we can. I'm gonna have to be careful from here on out. Well, corporate efficacy aside, it just had the loveliest little idea. But I wanted to run it by the both of you first. I still can't remember, because I am spoiled. Spoiler. Maribel's evil. You were warned. I can't remember if she's in the society, if she's in Ouroboros, or if she's a witch. I think she's a witch. I don't know. It's kind of unclear. I know she can magically command her dolls. Part of the reasons why she loves them so much. She might be with Ouroboros. Because the only thing I got was like Ellie specifically, and one of the cold steals because we like encounter Maribel as an enemy. And Ellie specifically was like, "Oh, you betrayed us. How could you betray us?" And I was like, "Ooh, I don't know what's happening," because I hadn't played these games at the time. But I can't remember who exactly she's aligned with. It's a big old mystery to me. But I wanted to run it by the both of you first. What do you say to taking a commemorative photo together with the entire group? Oh, that is a good idea. Is that like the group picture we took with everyone a while back? Yeah, it's a good way to preserve the memories you made with everyone. Oh, I forgot that's how the first game ended. That was actually a really good way to end the game. Granted, that's like how many stories have ended, but it's like when it's done well, it's done well. For some reason, when I think of that, I always think of that movie, the Stepmom? Or Stepmother? Probably just, I think it's just called Stepmom. With Julia Roberts and Susan Sarandon. And that's how they end the movie. With a group photo. When, you know, Susan Sarandon, the stepmom, finally accepts Julia Roberts and the family. She's like, let's go on with the whole family, and like brings her in. It's a good way, when it's right, you know? That way, when you look at the photo, you'll have something to remember the trip by. Cool, then let's take one. It's decided. Up here on the deck would make for a better backdrop than the cabin, wouldn't you say? Good point, the weather's perfect, too. I'll go gather the others. Please do. And if you don't mind, could you inform the stewardess as well? Commemorative photos are part of the ship's service. She'll take the photo for us free of charge. For sure. Ah! I know you'd never want to cause your loved ones any concern. Being a strong girl can be difficult, can't it? Something is troubling you deep down, isn't it? I'd be happy to help, if you'll allow me. Oh, look at them evil eyes. Even if I didn't know she was evil, that scene would immediately be like... I would be suspicious. Right, the swimsuit thing. Was that the only secret quest? No, it was not. There's also the Mishi. And that's just the default. Where did I get bonus DP? I'm not gonna question it. I need to remember I got a medal. Good, things are proceeding smoothly. Two portals heal. Celestial globe. Okay. Indeed, preparations have progressed to approximately 90% completion. I should have more than enough time to carry out the order. Excellent work, Professor. Campanella, what can you tell me of the other enforcers and their adventures? We definitely... In Cold Steel, we definitely met the first Anguis? These games... It's too much time in between. These games are really long. Oh, there's so much to remember. Campanella, what can you tell me of the other enforcers and their ventures? I believe Blue Blanc stopped by for one of his little games, but he's already returned to his own affairs. Ren hasn't gone back to Crossbell since leaving for Liberl. As for you-know-who, I move that we continue taking a wait-and-see approach with her. She lent me some of those bound spirits of hers to play with, but I don't think she has any intention of participating further. Okay, Maribel's an enforcer. That is perfectly fine. They are free to do as they please, just as the Meister is. Perhaps the enforcers have a bit too much freedom for my liking. Then again, that is how things are meant to be. What an irrational system she's put into place. That is the Grandmaster's will, Professor. It is senseless to question whether it is right or wrong. Regardless, I believe our final guest has arrived. I was wondering where she was. Timely as always. My apologies for the wait. I see you have already started. Pay it no mind, we'd only just begun. Trust matters on your end have already been settled? Yes, I left everything in the hands of the Oathbreaker. This all sounds familiar. God, I wish I could remember. My memory's always been really bad at remembering details. And that's, like, important for stories like this, is the details. Turning our attention to Crossbell, it has been quite some time since I last stepped foot upon its soil. Isn't it amazing just how much it's changed? It's fair to call it the most advanced metropolis on the continent, as well as the center of modern civilization. I intend to return there before the finishing touches are made. What do you say to meeting me there? We so rarely get together. I have no objections. Very well, I will leave the hereafter in both of your capable hands. Here is the next step of the Grand Master's phantasmal blaze plan. Take care to set the stage well and proper. Understood. Yes, in the name of the Grand Master. The referendum regarding Crossbell's potential independence as opposed by Mayor Croix was drawing closer and closer. Pressure from the Imperial and Republican governments mounted by the day, so too did the citizens' fervor. Combined with the excitement generated from the debut of Arkansas's revival performance, emotions in the city were hitting a fever pitch. All the while, a new concern was beginning to emerge from the shadows. A new concern, you say? Did you say cryptids? That I did. I don't believe it's appropriate to simply refer to them as monsters. Not only are they much larger, their origins are a mystery. What's more, they're starting to appear all over Crossbell. That's the one we went against. Commander isn't exaggerating. We couldn't handle it between just the two of us, so we had to retreat. And it really isn't your average monster. I've come across bits and pieces of information regarding it, but there's more. Other types have been cited as well. Wait a second. Someone we fought back in the old mine. The hell? You telling me there's more of those things? Taken a few days ago in the mountains to the north. Scott and Wenzel were were able to exterminate it. That's a relief, at least. You two managed to handle that thing all by yourselves? Yeah, but we had to get the jump on it to pull it off. It's thanks to the CGF's intel that we were able to take it out. Hey, but there was something very bizarre about the whole ordeal. Our arts didn't have their usual effects on it, and it disappeared into a beam of light when it was finally defeated. That sounds familiar. Yeah, it's exactly what happened when we fought it. You said it appeared in the mountains. Does that mean it was out in the open this time? Yes, until now, monsters like these only appeared in enclosed locations, such as Stargazer's Tower and the Moon Temple. It's speculated that some form of spatial distortion has emerged in those particular areas, though we can't explain why. These cryptids, however, emerged outdoors, both in the mountains and by the lake shores. We suspect the same spatial distortion effect could be occurring in those locations as well. That's not good. I was afraid you'd say that. Is this why you called all of us here? Yes, we'd like to request the aid of the Bracer Guild and the SSS in dealing with these cryptids. The CGF has been on high alert at both Belgard and Tangram ever since the mayor's independence proposal. Simply put, our manpower is focused there, at least until the referendum is voted upon. We understand. The SSS is ready to help. Us too. We should go ahead and decide how we're going to divvy this up. But that would be best. I'll provide you with all the data we have and leave you to decide a suitable course of action. If at all possible, I'd also like to request that you look into the source of all this. Source? You suspect an external force is behind the cryptid's sudden appearance? Yes, think of it this way. Dangerous monsters surfacing on our highways is a cyclical phenomenon. The cryptids, however, are an anomaly. Their emergence doesn't align with that cycle at all. Which leads us to believe that there's an underlying cause. Whatever it is, it's capable not only of giving rise to these cryptids, but of distorting the fabric of space itself. Interesting theory. Understood, we'll get to the bottom of this. I swear it on the name of the supporting gauntlet. Never would have guessed we'd all get to team up for a job like this. The notion would have nearly been that unfathomable at the start of the year. Hey, it just goes to show we've come a long way since back then. Yeah, you guys have really made a name for yourselves. If things don't work out with the police, you could probably get hired at the guild in a heartbeat. Absolutely. I'd be more than happy to have you in the guild, Tio. I think it'd be a perfect match. Are you certain the guild is the one you intend to pair me with? We appreciate the sentiment. That aside, I don't have a good feeling about whatever these cryptids are. Me neither. I say we should split up the work so we can get to it. The CGF's report mentions 5 of these things in total. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like you guys to take care of 2 of them. Offering to do most of the job yourselves, you're too kind. Are you sure that's okay? It seems a bit disproportionate. Plus, Arios isn't here to help this time around. That's exactly the reason. You guys will be feeling the pressure from his absence just as much as us, if not more. Not to mention, monster exterminations are typically a Bracer's jurisdiction. We both have other jobs to take care of in addition to the cryptids, so I think dividing things like this is for the best. If you insist, I don't know if I'm really okay with pushing all of that on you guys. Don't sweat it, it's not like we aren't on the same team here. Besides, you guys will probably have your hands full with the society again before long. Oh yeah. Dang, I was trying to forget about those lunatics. The Society of Ouroboros. The Bracer Guild has a history with them already, does it not? Yes, Estelle and Joshua and the rest of the Liberolian branch first encountered them during the Liberol incident. The guild has had a number of run-ins with them across the continent since then as well. Not to mention the attack on the guild branches in Arabonia. That's suspected to be their doing too. Our presence in the Empire has declined significantly ever since, thanks to pressure from the Imperial government. They're so prolific. For real, the more we learn about these guys, the less I want to know. Truth be told, the guild doesn't know a lot about who they are or what their internal structure is like. We don't even know what they're after most of the time. All I can say for sure is to watch your backs around them. Yeah, and give us a ring if you run into any trouble, you hear? Cryptids aren't the only common enemy we have. Those snakes are our problem too. Got it. We'll update you if anything happens. I thought that said building turmoil when it first showed up on the screen. I'm like, we're not building turmoil. It's just happening. Cryptid survey report outlined reported sightings of large enigmatic monsters, hereafter referred to as cryptids, in Crossbell State have recently been confirmed. The CGF is currently working to gain more insight into the situation. Little is known about these cryptids aside from the simple fact that they exist. As such, countermeasures have yet to be devised. All recorded details regarding these cryptids are provided on the following pages. Case A, Ursula Road. Through a small cave along the sandbar. That cave is finally open. I know what cave they're talking about. Possesses various tortoise-like characteristics. Sighted by a guardsman on patrol, no attempt was made to engage as the creature did not stray from its location over a short observation period. It does, however, grow aggressive when approached directly. Then East Crossbell Highway in a clearing past the boathouse. Like, past that locked gate? Plant-like creature possesses an enormous mouth. Cited by a resident of the nearby boat shed, this report is yet to be verified by the CGF, as with the cryptid in Case A, it does not move from its general location, but becomes combative when confronted. The sandbar on Ursula Road and the outskirts of East Crossbell Highway. We haven't been to either of those places much lately. They don't sound as aggressive as the one that appeared back at the old mine, at least. Still, it wouldn't hurt to get ourselves fully prepped. We also need to investigate what's causing them to appear, right? Yes. Given the spatial distortions reported, the higher elements, time, space, and mirage must be at play. I should be able to perceive when the higher elements are active. Ascertaining the source of the cryptids, however, may prove difficult. The reason the higher elements went haywire at Stargazer's Tower and the Moon Temple remains a mystery. Actually, wasn't the Sun Fort over at the ancient battlefield the same way? Yeah, I remember the higher elements being active when we entered there too. However, the abnormalities ceased to exist once the crisis was resolved. And unlike at the Moon Temple, we didn't have to stop any bell to do so. Which makes determining the source that much more difficult. Well, no sense brooding over it, we need to get a move on. Chances are this won't be the only job we have to take care of. Good point. Okay, let's go after we check the terminal for new support requests. I got Medal of Luster. It's 15 speed. Holy shit. Holy shit. I'm tempted to give it to Noelle just so she can attack everything constantly all the time. It would be good for a healer as well. Speed. Noise. Can't see it, but it's 69 speed. Noise. Okay. I need to get up, take a break, stretch my legs, all that good stuff, so I'll be right back.